Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 on our pirate playthrough. We are currently at Lux Freeport, and this is the Fortitude class gunboat that we bought last episode. I thought we'd kick off. We'd just have a quick look at the Fortitude because it's quite a nice model. So it's got some nice fold-out wings. As you can see, these fold down when it takes off. We'll see that in a minute. And it's got mostly a fully explorable interior. Now, obviously, it's not the biggest ship in the world, but it's got the lovely little drop-down legs, which we like. It's got this little cargo hold at the bottom and an empty carbonite chamber, which is nice to see. And then it's got this lovely little corridor, which then brings you up to the a nice little bridge area. So yeah, which is all pretty much custom, I think. So it's a nice little ship. Not a ship I've ever really looked at in detail in the past, but quite happy. I'm not going to bother taking this one out for a spin because it's basically got the lowest tier weapon we can put on it. So it's not going to be much to write home about performance-wise, but it is a cool little spectacle, I suppose. And one of the things we're going to do to kick things off is we've now got our trade ship. The Action 4 Miner is doing its thing, I think, because it's at the minute it can only jump one jump gate around. If you look at the orders, which are there, can only do one jump because it's only a 1-star pilot. So what I've done is basically manually told it to auto mine, which we might need to do again. But before we do that, what I want to do is I want to take our Fortitude, and before we kind of like let this kind of go into the system, I'm going to clear off another one of our maintenance missions, which is to restock some cargo drones. You've already got a resource probe. That'll sort itself out soon. Yeah, we're going to restock these cargo drones. We've already got the energy cells. We've already got the droid parts. We just need to get some smart chips, and I figured what we might as well do is find somewhere to sell some contraband alcohol, because we've got quite a lot of that. It is a commodity that other stations will buy off us, because if we look at our little trade station, if we go to Hut Spice and contraband alcohol are both bought there, so why not load it up with some Hut Spice as well. Have we got any Hut Spice? We do. There we go. So we will send you on your way to this little station here, and that should get us a little bit of money. Yeah, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that for a nice 211,000. It's telling us profits are a bit low, which could technically be true because we are buying stuff in at the minute, but hopefully that's going to start changing soon once this miner basically gets its act together. And have you got any smart chips? No, you're not selling smart chips, but there's plenty of places around here that sells them. We'll just have a quick look at this as it takes off. And hopefully we'll get to see some of the little animations on it. Maybe not see some of the animations. That's fine. Oh, there we go, look. So yeah. I mean, it's really cool to see like the effort that goes into some of these models, because technically speaking, you could get away with not having those animations. Wait, see you later. Having the animation of the legs and stuff like that in the game, but you know, it's nice to see. So one thing I noticed earlier on if you click in the system, it tells you what the main production stuff is. I've been playing this game for like quite a while, and it's the first time I've ever noticed that, which is funny. So I would imagine ship technology will be something that we could do with. Let's trade with you. So I'm looking for smart chips, so I could actually put in here smart chips. Who is selling smart chips? You've not got any in stock. Smart chips. So we've got some smart chips in. We'll get a couple of hundred. Well, in fact, at that price. Yeah, because then if we build any more stations, we can essentially expand on that. Use the smart chips and the droid parts from here to restock other stations with droid parts and stuff like that. So then we will transfer wares with you got your droid parts, and we'll give you some smart chips. It does kind of mess with the storage, but we've got 5 million meters cubed. Yes, cubed. Basically 500 meters worth of volume anyway in there, so we're pretty good as it stands at the moment. Let's have a look. Yep, our Action 4 is struggling, so we will manually tell it to mine here. We'll actually bring you a bit close to the gate, because that will then save a little bit of time. And what we're looking to do is essentially get that skill, that pilot skill up. Now, usually what you can do, yeah, if we had a seminar, we could give that pilot a seminar boost, but we haven't as it stands at the minute, so that's not a problem. Now, unfortunately, on this station, the Freeport one isn't quite refined, let's say. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I think there's some assets to be put into the station. Those docking pads down there work fine. So you've got 3 and then 6, so 3 medium, 6 small ship access points. But unfortunately, hello. When you're in the tower bits, I like that. That's very Bespin. The little transporter hubs are missing, but that's fine. We can just teleport to our ship. So that's as trade stuff kind of sorted for now. We'll get a little bit of money off of those trades. We'll get the smart chips. That'll clear off the cargo drones missions, and then what do we need to do after that? Yeah, and then we'll just assign the fortitude to trade for this station, and that's all that kind of covered, basically. Now, the thing that I'm wanting to do this episode is, obviously, to start off with, we need a little bit of kind of like mission income, if you will, on these things. We're not part of any faction wars. I'm not planning to get involved in any faction wars or anything like that. So the plan will be... did I just do a boo-boo? I did do a boo-boo. I meant to click on that one. Go mine. Nice, thank you. Mine there. Just get it there, nice and quick, and then we'll send you back. Yeah, we need to kind of like get a bit of a stable income. We can keep doing the patrol missions, but they take a long time and they're not particularly effective or fun to do. Somewhere in the Enote sector or in the Imperial Ascendancy sector, there will be a bounty hunter station, I'm sure, but we definitely know there's one in Mongaza. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mongaza, and we're going to go... We're not going to go that way, because that way is a bit long. We're going to go this way. Because this way we can fly through, we can find out some key players down here, find out where the Imperial Ascendancy is kicking about. We could potentially pop into Naboo. I'm thinking Naboo because Naboo's got no allies. We might do some raiding on Naboo when we get a little raiding fleet put together, but I need some things like unstable crystals and stuff like that so we can make some space bombs for that. And we're not quite ready. What I need to do is essentially get my polish up the old piloting skills, because it's been a fair old while since I've done any dogfighting in this game, and some bounties will be the best thing, I think, because we can practice some dogfighting and we'll get paid for it. So we're going to try and find some bounties for some of the Vong, the Yuzong Vong. We can test this ship out, see how well this does in combat. Hopefully it'll be a good little scrapper, but only time will tell. I'm trying to remember what happened end of last. So in between us ending the episode last time, obviously I flew back up to the home base and got these ships there and stuff like that. This is exploring, doing the last bits of exploration around here, and then I've got it exploring Mateo, because in Mateo we found these guys, the TGM, the Transgal Mag shipyards, or whatever they're called. So Transgalmeg Industries. They're I always call them third-party stations. Basically, they're independent ship builders, and you can buy a variety of different ships. Usually, the ones similar to what the main faction they're in. So, in this case, the Enote Federation, plus a couple of extras. Which is good. We're going to look... So we're probably going to be buying a Z95 at some point to get some more scouting, because that's a better scout. And then I'm thinking about adding, once we get a bit more trade up and running, adding some of the newer ships to our fleet. So we've got the luxury yacht, the Sorosub luxury yacht, which looks quite fun. They're not too expensive either, a couple of million, so that could be quite a fun ship to run around in or have trading for us. We'll check it out. One of the bonuses as well is, we can't actually equip it here, but we can pay money to get the licenses to get hold of. So if we want any more weak-way corvettes, which we might end up wanting, we can do. They've also got the Defender Light Cruiser, which I'm a big fan of, and the Sea Rock corvette, which I think we need some of these working for us in our pirate fleet. So yeah, what else did they have here? They've also got the Stinger, which I think on the Rebel series we got this ship blown up. I think it might work well as a trader. The problem being a lot of the stations don't actually have weapons for the Stinger. I think the Bounty Hunter station does though. So yeah, we've got some options with these guys, some Sea Rocks, some standard transporters and stuff like that. That's quite a nice hauler, that. Expensive, but nice. And then you've got the standard Gazanti class, which not as much storage, but yeah, iconic. Who's Oh, we got some pirate action. I thought they were targeting me for a minute. I thought, what are you doing that for? So yeah, so we've got that in this sector as well. There should be a another a shipyard, basically a big boy shipyard. How much is the Z95 actually? The Z95 Scout. My favourite version of the Z95 with the cut down wings. Like baby X-wing. When I used to play the X-wing miniatures game, I wasn't very good at the I wasn't bad at the X-wing miniatures game. The problem I always had was like in my local area, the people that play in shops when X-wing was a bit bigger, it's died off near where I live now. When it was a bigger thing, it was very competitive orientated, so like super competitive. So no, everyone was basically playing whatever meta was there at the minute, whereas I kind of like playing matches where you're using just your standard ships, essentially, with standard pilots. So if you've never played the X-Wing miniatures game, the first version of it, I don't know how it's changed now, is essentially a miniatures and a card game. The miniatures are the ships, and you get cards which deck out your ship. So you have a pilot, you have, and then each ship can take like a weapon option or a droid option or some sort of gadget option. The pilots I like to play were the kind of like the rookies and the veterans and the non-named hero characters. They're pretty rubbish, but you can get a few more ships into like your points build. And it's a bit more like it's a bit more of a fun game because you're not throwing out all these kind of like Darth Vader force maneuvers for his ships and stuff like that. But no one were ever interested in playing that. So when I used to take my list of like little Z95s and Y-wings and stuff, very much got taken out, and it wasn't very fun. But yeah, so yeah, that's where my love for the Z95 came from, and the Han Solo trilogy of books. There's a cool little scene where he's in a Z95 headhunter. He's in some sort of race. It was one of the better kind of like ship action sequences I've seen written in a book, because sometimes it can get a bit especially in some of the Star Wars books, some of the action scenes can get a bit confusing, and a bit hard to follow at times. You've got to really pay attention to it. But yeah, so how much is this going to cost us? 300,000. We can afford that as it stands at the minute. We will save this as our Pirate Scout Z95. Save as new. And just to quickly run through what I've done, you've only got one engine option. We've gone for the basic combat thrusters Mark 1 just because they're cheaper and you get a bit more of a rounded stat compared over the all-rounders. Cheapest shields we can get, cheapest blasters we can get. This on its own, if it gets in a fight, it's dead. There's no point in kitting it out with the biggest, bestest blasters. The basics of your different scanning software and stuff like that. Some flares and some satellites just so we can pop some satellites down if we need them. And then standard crew and a marine just to kind of if we come across any ships that we can capture. So yeah, that's our little piratey Pirate Z95. So we'll confirm that, and then we'll get that scouting out this area. this scarab, it's... Oh, there was a ship around there. Oh, the map's doing that thing where it won't tell me what's... There we go. I'm sure there was a little ship around there. Slightly damaged one. Could be a black sun one. Yeah, we're going to return that to the normal fleet. We'll just use Z95s for the minute. What have we got going on in this little sector? So this ACS trading. So this is all Imperial Ascendancy. It's hard to kind of like describe what the Imperial Ascendancy is. Basically like a split off of the Empire after the rebellion took out the Emperor. I prefer I prefer most of the ships from the Imperial Ascendancy, even though they're almost a carbon copy of what the Galactic Empire has. Obviously, it's got my favoritist Star Destroyer, who NR, you are completely right in your little comment. I haven't replied to it yet. I'm going to be going through all the comments a bit later on, to be probably. I didn't add the blueprints for the engines, so even though we've got the hulls and stuff like that, we're going to struggle if we need to build one of those Star Destroyers. But at least we own it. That's the main thing. Oh, I like these shooting stars in this system. I never noticed that before. We're going to take it off autopilot for a moment. We will have an explore and have a look at this shipyard. So this will be probably the headquarters, I would assume, of the Imperial Ascendancy. Oh, looks like they're having a Star Destroyer built. Yep, ISD-1 if I had to guess. Yeah, it's an ISD-1 because I don't think the Ascendancy has access to ISD-2s. Oh, little high-tech trader buzzing around there. Stuck in the walls. Right, let's have a look. Where are we going now? If I go start guidance to there, which way are you going to tell me to go? Yeah, that's what we want. So we should, technically speaking, be looking for a gate down there. At least I think it's down there. Or does it dogleg across? What we might be able to do.
Hello.
Where can I find?
Sending you information now.
Thanks, buddy.
Autopilot engaged.
See, this is why it's good to have friends. I'll tell you where you need to go. Yeah, so very quickly, what we'll do, we'll just have a quick look at ships on offer here. Obviously, not going to be able to buy anything. That will be the Star Destroyer that I want. Unfortunately, it's all greyed out, so I can't actually see it. But yeah, it has a special shield generator, which we didn't add to our blueprint, and it had a special engine that we didn't add to the blueprint. So yeah, that's a hindsight. Maybe they'll survive this time. That's quite a cool looking Star Destroyer as well. The Kontos. It reminds me a little bit, design-wise, of some of the Empire of the Hand style Star Destroyers. They have a very more slimline skeletal look, structure to them. So yeah, that little ding-dong was the mission for the drones being done, and now what we're going to do is we're going to assign this here to trade for the commander, and we're going to put it into Gamma Group. So we no longer have any missions at all. Woohoo! Excellent. So I'm going to get us to Longaza.
completed.
And find the Bounty Hunters Guild, and then we will do some bounty hunting. So I will see you very, very soon. Welcome to Mongaza. So we found the Bounty Hunter Guild headquarters, basically where the faction rep is. You don't need to come and see the faction rep to get bounties. And kind of ironically, we didn't even need to come here to get the bounties, because when I've set the Z95 off exploring, and the station next door to that wharf is the Bounty Hunters Guild place, but we were already here when we found out. So we've got a hub, a bounty hub, close to where we need to be, which is nice. Means we can get some bounties, which is nice. It'll be nice to see here as well, because the rep sells blueprints and stuff like that, so we can get an idea what they offer. It's a standard kind of station, the Bounty Hunters Guild 1. Let's have a look. Rep. See what we can buy. I think with the Bounty Hunters you can actually excuse me, you can buy the licenses straight out to get access to their ships. Yeah, so unique ship and unique equipment. These sell the Hawk,
Goodbye.
which is pretty. Oh, saving failed. Oh, that's because he's one to autosave a bit. Let's quickly look at your blueprints. You don't sell any modules. You do have blueprints for ships, so you can get the fire spray dynamic class, which is the one from Knights of the Old Republic. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't called the Ebon. Was it the Ebon Hawk? Yeah, I think it was the Ebon Hawk. YT 1300, the military spec version, and the 666 YB 666 freighters, and the light freighter, the Hawk 290s. I can see us getting a few of these at some point. And equipment-wise, they do sell quite a few different weapons and turrets and things like that. So they're useful to have a decent reputation with.
Goodbye.
Is there any other options? No, just to tell us that. So, the way you get bounties then, you speak to the manager, who's in a separate office. Grunt work like that is a bit below the rep. We are going to check the traders as well, see if they've got some pilot seminars for us.
Hello.
So, you go on more. What's the Anope Federation got? Small and medium? No, we don't want to be taking any missions against our fellow piratey friends. Just out of interest, what have you got on the large front? Oh, so they want some New Republic and Imperials taken out. Not much though. Maximum of 1 million. Trying to take on a victory. That's risky business.
Hello.
I think you're limited to how many bounties you can actually take now. Balboa merchant fleet. What have you got? You want? No, I don't want to take any mercenaries. Any pirates. Hot Cartel. We're not working for those. Jabronis. Mandalorian Death Watch. So these ones that you kind of take. You then have to go to wherever, it's usually in their space, whatever stations operate in it. ICG Mercenary Weekway. That's a bit low on that one, mate.
Hello.
More. I was hoping for some Vong ones for some. What about Trade Federation? Ooh, there we go. That's what we're after. Where were you last seen? Nashidar. That's deep in hot territory, that. Where are you actually taking us? Let's open this briefing. Kessel. Okay, cool. Right, so we've got a bit of a trek to do. We've only got 3 hours to do it, which is usually more than enough time. Likelihood or not, the ones in Kessel, usually what happens is by the time you actually get to Kessel and places like that, the bounties have been taken out by someone else, which means you don't get paid, which is a bit annoying, but you know, that's how it goes. We are going to buy a space bomb launcher. That is critical to future plans, and we're going to buy those as well if we can afford them. Right, so let's get to our transport. Get ourselves en route to Kessel. Boop, boop. A nice fancy swizzy space elevator. Alright, so we are underway on our first bounty hunter mission, which I don't hold much hope for. I think we're going to end up on a wild goose chase with this one, if I'm brutally honest. But while we are en route, we're going to speak to our Fortitude class captain, because at the minute we're having to manually tell this captain what to do. So
Can I help?
we're going to give you a 1-star and a 2-star, which should hopefully get you to 3 stars. Just shy of 3 stars. That means essentially you've got more gate travel. So the higher the level, the further they can go. So this pilot can now be instructed to go kind of like 3 jumps away, which would be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or wherever, which is nice, and it beats having to manually tell it what to do. At the minute, we've got it trading some energy cells to save us some money. Now, are you going to fly past this asteroid? No, of course you're not.
Disengage.
So asteroids and small and medium ships are not your friends, especially in autopilot, because what it tends to do is basically make you stop, do some pointless maneuver around an asteroid before then continuing on. Right,
Comms channel open. Sending you information now.
Autopilot engaged.
It's the little things you miss when you're piloting the large ships, because large and XL ships just fly through asteroids. But yeah, so I'll probably complain about that a hell of a lot. So some people were saying about like a separatist playthrough at some point. We might end up getting some separatist ships for this playthrough on this one. That's what we were kind of doing on the Rebel one, and we are sort of integrating that series with this one. So yeah, there's not really much to talk about as it stands at the moment, so I'm going to save my voice a little bit, and we will see you when we hopefully get to this bounty and we can take it out. We are just about to enter the gate into Auto Plutonia. I think we should actually get this bounty. if it's still kicking around. The report was 3 hours ago, but I believe this sector's pretty much an unclaimed one. So we have got half a chance. We'll take it off autopilot. And we'll just slowly but surely go through the gate. And we'll have a look round. Oh, and we're immediately greeted by a plethora of Vong, who are very much hitting us hard. Let's see what we can do against them. Wow, that is a lot of Vong. Our shields are not holding out well. This may not be the type of fighting ship. See, we have got quite a few turrets, but unfortunately they're all forward mounted, and they're doing a very good job of staying behind me. So Vong ships, they're fast and agile, and they hit pretty hard. The shield regen is extremely good, but they're pretty weak. So as long as we can get rid of the initial volley, so to speak, this wave, we should be in with a chance. Let me just deal with the Nostrum in first person mode. Ah, we're gonna get wasted. This could be the first reload. Right, where's the gate?
Jump beacon. Hull damage.
Yeah, we're getting trashed. Can we last? Can we last 5 or 6 kilometers? You know where they are? Oh, we're taking heavy damage. We're taking heavy damage.
Oh, critical.
We are critical. It might be a reload. I should have saved before I came in. I underestimated the Vong and overestimated my abilities as a pilot.
Ejecting.
Damn it. Right.
Emergency successful.
Get here. You horrible, horrible things. We haven't really got a ship to back us up as well. Okay, so when did we last save the game? Delrakin. Oh, we haven't even had an autosave this game. Well, that's quite annoying. Right, and we can't actually get out of this system. Our only choice is then, where's the closest base? We can speak to Naboo. Buy ships. What will you sell me? M1 Starfighter on a high preset would be 500,000. That's not very good. Right, let's just quickly pause it. Because if we were going to buy an N1, we'd buy the modified Bounty Hunter version, if we're honest, wouldn't we? We could buy a Stinger with no guns, that's no good. That's 1.5 million. What about small N1? Okay, so the weak way is not a particularly good fighting ship. If we bought one from there, we're going to have to get it all the way to us, which would take a very, very long time. Buy ships. Right, let's just very quickly kit out one of these. We're going to need to get some money out of the old bank accounts. Oh, I was just about to name that ship as well. Let's take a mil. How much does that give us? In fact, if I was going to have any ship, because the N1 is a bit It's a bit fragile to say the least. The 666 is not a bad ship. Right, so you give us 368 and 6471. You give us, so speed 267, 245. We'll go with the cheaper engine because you get a better top end speed on those. We'll go Mark II combats. That's what I usually go with. We need the Corellians all day long. Corellian shields are usually the best. And a what? Remote heavy laser cannon. Ooh, fancy. Light missile launcher and XV7 dual. Do we want a big boy cannon or do we want a quad laser? Let's go with a big boy cannon. It needs to have the best on it because this is now our personal ship. So our ship got wasted pretty easily. It'll need a captain. We'll say 6 and then 2 marines just so we're covered on that front. It is the Endor Buzzard. That's the name of the ship. And I always keep the classification of the ship so I know what it is, as well as our little custom name. So we'll add that to the shopping list. Hopefully it won't take too long to build. Confirm that order and unpause the game. And in the meantime,
Unknown ship.
oh, that's flown well away from us.
Weak way Corvette.
It's almost as if they knew we were coming. So we've got 2 minutes to wait. We've got more. We should have more than enough oxygen. Our poor Corvette. So, to be honest, it's a cool looking ship and it's a new ship, which gives it extra kind of like vavavoom-ness, but it doesn't seem like a particularly good ship. Who are you? Oh, there's a builder there, look. No, go away. I don't want you near me because you're going to attract the bad guys. Are you turning around? So we're gonna have to like teleport to our ship pretty much straight away. Oh, look at them swarming, god awful buzzards that they are. So I think they have like a plasma based weapon. They're strong, but to be fair, they're tough in swarms, as you've seen, because they're so manoeuvrable. But they're not actually that good. I'm surprised we died so quickly. Hopefully, our new ship will get us out of this mess. Don't fancy reloading right to the start, but on the same token, I don't quite fancy saving it here at the minute because, yeah, we'll die. There's a proper infestation here. I wonder what that constructor's actually doing here. We should have actually asked it to dock. We could have jumped aboard in it in our spacesuit. Not that it would have helped, it would have just stopped us starving to death from oxygen. Right, good. So I want you to go and fly and wait here. While we've got you in this mode, we will attack all enemies. So we're going to wait for that to come to us, and then as soon as it arrives, we're going to teleport to it, fly away. Now, we realistically, to make this actually profitable, because we've just lost our ship, we need to sort of make this pay, get this bounty. But then if we lose another ship, which is highly probable, come on, buddy, you need to move quicker than that. What's your crew skill at? Well, it's actually not too bad. Oh, we could have gotten the Z95, but let's be honest, the Z95 would have died pretty much straight away. And you are really teasing as regards to that station. I know what that station is. It's the big station. The Transgal Meg thingy station. Ugh, look at them. There's more of them swarming in. Okay, right, so...
You're a hit.
Have they had a slight change? No, I think it's just the lighting in this system. They're looking a little bit less turd-like. They do look very much like crispy burnt twigs, or a bit like a crispy burnt poo twig. Tell you what, they're giving that neutron a hammering.
Neutron star builder.
Go on, fight them off. You can do it. We've got faith in you. You've nearly taken one out. Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to wipe one out for us. That'd be good. Let's just see where our ship is. Oh, it's got a long way to go. What's our oxygen like? We'll be fine. We'll last.
Out of docking range.
Will you let me... Actually, no, we're not going to fly close to it because we're just going to get ourselves killed. Right. We'll be back in a moment when our ship gets into system. I'm actually going to tell it to go straight ahead, so it's got a better chance of flying straight through, and we'll dive on it while it's moving, get into the cockpit, and move on by. So worst case scenario is they turn around and they shoot me in my little flight suit while we're waiting for our ship. That would be bad. I've got a feeling they're going to be able to destroy that. Neutron. Come on, Anna. Put your foot down, love. Don't mess with the Vong. I think this thing might be... Oh no. I thought it might be making a run for the gate, but it doesn't seem to be doing that, unless it's because I'm sat in the way, essentially stopping it. That is our bounty there, going back there, which that's probably where the Vong base is, the little base thing, which is not ideal for us to take it out as a bounty,
Unknown ship.
because you know we'll also have the fire of the base to contend with.
Irrigate.
Oh, it's managed to take out one of the little Uris.
Irrigate. Irrigate.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just drop a quick save down here. The save, and that way I can keep reloading it and see if we can get ourselves out of that bind. So as soon as the ship gets into system, we'll cut back to the action and we'll see if we can get ourselves out of this little bind. The cavalry's arrived in the form of some Thai mining guild fighters and a little escort of for the little group. Right, our ship's in, so all we need to do now is get to the bridge. No, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Right. We've got backup, so we've got half a chance. Oh, this is better. This is a much better ship for taking on the Vong. It's not perfect because we don't have much firepower, but it's a bit tougher. It's a lot more manoeuvrable. And it's got missile launchers. Missile launchers are always good against Vong. Right, we can clear all these out, which will be nice. It's just like pod racing. Thinking of pod racing, it's been a while since I played the Racer Revenge, which is the pod racing one. The kind of, so you had, I think it came out on N64 and PC. You had the pod racing one, the first one, which was pretty good. Oh god, we're gonna die again, aren't we? Oh, I should have been paying attention to that, not thinking about pod racing games. Alright, we're in it now. We might as well try and take them out. Right, I don't even know where the gate is. God damn it. Right, I'm going to reload that. So, take 2. Okay, so we're back in. We're waiting for our ship to arrive. There's plenty of bad guys. I think this time what we're going to do is we're just going to try and leg it instead of fighting all those. I thought maybe we might be able to take them out with the help of that those couple of ties, but they made a quick beeline for us, unfortunately. If anything, those TIE fighters are hindering us, because what happens as soon as they jump in, these flock back, so we haven't got as much time to get aboard, and unfortunately we have to. Oh. Right. This is technically cheating, but it's better than spending every night and day attempting to get this. So we're not going to do that bounty, because it's just suicide. We need some better ships in order to do it. So I'm going to make his way back to an Oak Federation space and have a think on our tactic of what we might actually be able to do in order to get ourselves out of this little bind that we're in. Before we do that, we'll just have a quick look at the YV666. So, for anyone unfamiliar, this is the YV666. It's essentially a freighter. The most famous version I know is the Hound's Tooth, which was Bosch's ship of choice, his bounty hunting vessel. His version doesn't have the big cannon on the back. It has a little docking port for a Z95, which has got a little Fang related name. Ours is called the Buzzard, the Endor Buzzard. So yeah, I don't know if this has actually got a full interior, come to think of it. Let's have a quick look. We're in a bit... No, it hasn't. We're in a bit better position anyway, because this is a faster ship than the Weekway one. Technically speaking, it's probably a better ship because it's more manoeuvrable as well. But yeah, less firepower. We will get another Weekway one at some point to replace our old one. So I will see you back here with the plan moving forward. What we'll probably do is get into friendly space, and then, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it an episode here, just so we can kind of reorganize and reconvene as thoughts and think about what we're going to do. If we can find, this will be the shipyard, I would imagine, for these. So can you just go and find it instead of buzzing about in bits we already know? Once we find the shipyard, that'll be the HQ. We'll see what they've got on for offer. If we are going to go after bounties, it might be an idea to buy the military ship license, so we can get a couple of these as escorts, because these work really well as escort fighters. Well, they do from previous, and we could even get another Weekway or a defender. A defender's a good ship for taking out, or it was a good ship for taking out the Vong. But yeah, so I'm going to call it an episode. Next episode we'll be back in an Oak Federation space. I'm probably going to do a couple of patrol missions in between now and then, just to get a few more pennies in the old bank account, and then we can take it from there. So as ever, thank you for watching. I have been Captain Jack Gumption, and until next time.